What's up, guys? My name's Doofus Mcdooface, and I'm gonna win a game of ranked. I've been losing, so I'm gonna lock in here. It may be an analytical Doofus, depending on if we win or lose. So I see hyper carry, and that means I lock in Pipsqueak. If we get to hyper carry Pipsqueak, it is
Stay close, orbs.
one of the best units in the entire game. So I'm gonna tell you right now that my plan genuinely is to not leak. Now, of course, we all know I probably will leak, but if I can avoid leaking, that would be very, very good because we need to get to that hyper carry. This is the best opener in the game, and this is the best hyper carryable unit in the entire game. So if we can treat this like a castle, right? I'm going to treat this game like a castle. And honestly, a decent roll. A decent roll. I mean, I need help on 12. There's my great boar. Antlers, okay. I mean, it's decent tankage. I've got my Daphne for wave 10, you know, a little bit of help on 14, an arcane tank. I mean, honestly, this is pretty amazing lock-in. Honestly, this is like a perfect lock-in with hyper carry. This guy only leaks, he leaks like 3 games. But remember, I said I don't really want long waves because I really want to get to wave 11. So I normally would probably snail because of the pirate skeletons.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid that. This game. So I'm going to push to my 5 workers, add my peewee, and we're going to have a good time. And this guy is going to hold. See if he is... Was he Fiesta or just... No, he's just an aggressive cartel player. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And if you are enjoying the focused, analytical Doofus Mcdooface playing Legion TD2, please hit me with a like. I appreciate that. So I'm going to add this because, as I said, I really do want fast waves. And my teammate's 4 workers. Right, so we really don't want long waves. And the odds of getting snailed here are very high. Very high odds that I get snailed. So I'm going to add the split. But I'm going to greed, and I'm going to push to 6 workers. So this is sort of the one chance that, yeah, I might leak on 3. But with Pipsqueak and 3 peewees, I think my odds are fairly decent. You know, I think my odds are fairly decent. And then we just need to make sure to not over push because we are kind of weak 4. Although I have Ranger, I have Skeleton, you know, I've got good units. Got my Lizard going into the Swift. That. I mean, I could even stim here too. You know what? Let's do that. I'll risk 5 gold to guarantee that I don't leak. How's that? How is that? Let's see. I'm risking 5 gold to make sure I don't leak to a 40 or 60. And then I think I'm just going to not push. Here, to be honest. Because I am quite weak 4, and then he is quite pushed. And honestly, I didn't need to stim. So I kind of lost 5 gold for fun. They both leaked. That is fantastic. That is really good news. And I'm actually going to save. I'm going to save. Yep, I'm also going to go wave 5 too. I'm going to save because I've been really struggling lately with putting pressure on my opponents. So I'm going to try to be a better Doofus and actually put pressure on my opponent for once in my life. I know. Crazy. But we have our Ranger. And actually, I'm just going to add peewees. Because I didn't push and I stayed 6 workers. I don't need another Ranger. I think we're fine with this. Yeah, we get to 60. Now we can push fairly hard. Push to at least 8. And then probably want double Robo. The Robos will help to kill the Sea Dragon. If my teammate could pro leak here, that'd be awesome. He doesn't, oh well. So actually, I'll just send the brute. Unless I get double robo, which I do not. And then they give me the 40. Yep, it says 40. So I'll get my brute and robo. But my teammate hit the wrong button. Unlucky. That's kind of how my teammate's been playing. No worries. But yeah. So yeah, we've got the brute for the nightmare. We've got the robo for the that thing. Where's my? There we go. I mean, I guess brute is really not amazing into Berserker, but it still slows down its attack speed. I'll push because the guy sending me is on value. So we had the brute for the mudman. I'm gonna hold, leaking my guy barely. His guy holds to the income send. And now we need to start thinking about wave 7, where we're really weak. Especially with this long wave. I'm just gonna income. Because yeah, we are... Unless I get... If I get that brute, I might send it. I might greed and send the brute. I might send the brute. It's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take. We really don't want it to be a long wave, to be honest, but
I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna risk it.
Stay close, orbs.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift that split. I actually want
I'll give it a
this.
shot.
I want that much higher because the range of this is 550 and that's 700. So this is an even split. I'm not kidding. This is an even split.
All right, orbs. Let's try not to explode today. All right, orbs.
That
Let's try not
so I
to
can
explode
shift for
today.
something or just go scallywag. Okay, he gets his send. I do not.
All right, orbs. Let's try not to explode today.
Has his second sea dragon, so he probably holds. Although, looks like no, he's gonna leak. I think he has too much healer, not enough tank. Yeah, okay. 218. How much does it give me? Me 15 gold. Not too bad. Not too bad. And we might get some king damage. Unfortunately, this is like the longest wave ever. And I did not receive a send. So let's go ahead and reroll, see if we can get Banana Bunk. Banana Bunk is the only thing that will save my ass. We do not get Banana Bunk, unfortunately. That would have been very nice. I mean, nothing is really going to save me here, but I think Boar is probably my best bet, just because they're going to send a Mimic, right? Like, you see this board, you're sending a Mimic. So I'm just going to go Boar and then a Peewee at the top, Peewee over here. Everything else really doesn't matter. Although I think I'll drop Pipsqueak and then go Disciple. So yeah, I want my Boar back here, farthest possible distance. That. Add a little Peewee wrap to save my guy for a little bit. There's the Mimic. I'm leaking here. There's no doubt about it. But if we could only leak the Mimic and the Brute, that'd be really nice. Yeah, and see, this is the only backfire of that really long wave. Is if you make it a long wave when you're already weak, not great. My teammate leaks too, unfortunate. Not bad. Not good though, remember, because we want to get to wave 11 as quickly as possible. So this does hurt us a little bit. Oh, this guy's double dehardened. Oh wow, he is double dehardened. If I can get a Brute Robo into that, I'll send it. I don't know why he hardened here. I get a Brute Robo, and my teammate has an Ogre into it. Yeah, okay, we might have a shot here. I have no idea why he hardened there. He just really thought, they really thought they're going to like win the game on 7 there. So this could actually be really good. He gets his Brute. Nice. I'm a god here because I didn't push too hard. I have the Lumerian for 9. I have the Daft, so I should not leak anymore. So we should be fine. Love to get some regens cooking. But first, they're weak. But we gotta test them here. And he adds an Avenger, which is even worse. But he's 95 over. He's 95 over. So we're just gonna income King. I really should get the Lumerian out. But I might greed. I might greed. And this guy is leaking the Ogre only. So this is pretty bad for us. I'm not gonna lie to you. Neither of them leak. Yeah, that guy being 95 over is really bad. Yeah, that was not good for us at all. But we're definitely behind. Yeah, we're definitely behind. But it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, and now we get to be the overbuild chicken. But honestly, the P-score is dead even. P-score is dead even, so even though that went really bad for us during the long wave, clearly we had more workers than the guy that was 100 over, right? So not the end of the world. They have a slight king advantage and a slight king ups advantage. Let's see what they do next. My teammate saves. I choose to income king. We get income kinged also. Now he pushes. I am not going to test him here. Even though my teammate's sending real, I will not be testing him. Not after that last time. I'm going to push. And I should probably have an antler, you know. Probably get a second antler out there, yeah. You know what? I'm just going to push. I changed my mind. I feel like the pressure is off. I get my hyper carry Lumerian next. The value is saying I should push. I have a Daphne. I have tanks. I'm not leaking here. And a Lumerian on 11 doesn't leak. Red Eyes and a hyper carry Lumerian on 12 should not leak. And then we're just cooking because then it just scales more and more and more. Income King 14. All right. So I'm going to push 2 so that I can get my Lumerian. And then we're good. Now, I am going to need to add a second ranger up here at some point. I really, 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 really don't want to leak here. But it's fine. We still have our 260, which is what matters. We get some king here too, which is awesome. I guess I could have real sent, but I really don't care. Hyper carry Lumerian. You are the chosen one. And then my guy is actually the weak one. Or not the opposite of weak. He's not weak on 14. So I would need to save. Put a little pressure instead of kinging here. Because honestly, we might just win 14. Like, genuinely. Genuinely, this might just be a king race 14. And we have way more workers right now. Yeah, okay, I'll do 1 regen just so we have 420 for the red eyes. In case they save. If they save, we have it. If they don't save, then we might be able to push. Yeah, I'm going to push. I'm going to push a little bit. Like I said, I need to leak my guy. He might be under, but yeah, he's got the hypercarry APS Sea Dragon. I'm going to push until I have that boar. So. Yeah. So pretty much king race on 14 right now. King race on 14. My teammate is on fire. Man, this is going to be a good game. This is a really good game. The only problem is we're both horrific. Me and my teammate are horrific on 14. So I think... Yeah. Exactly. We need something for 14. So, a lot of Daphnes. He even gets the bunk. Man, this guy's got everything for 14. He's got the impact, he's got the pierce, he's got the fortified. But he does not have the arcane. And I will have the mythium. I'm sending about 700 mythium, so me pushing is pretty nice. I could also just... Yeah, I'm actually just gonna push for it, actually. I changed my mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna push. I already did. Because we're gonna die on 14. We are dead on 14. We both have 2 magic units. This guy's leaking everything. I just need to make sure I leak my guy on 14, and we win the game. Right, I just need to make sure that I leak my guy. Teammate needs to hold the longest. I'm not holding the longest. So, double 4 eyes. And then probably some imps would be good. Pack leader could be good. Imps and brutes is what I'd prefer. Would have liked to have leaked here, but then I would give up a shutdown. So it's like, eh. Can I get that last set of imps? I do. Okay, I've got the last 2 brutes, so I'll add the rest of the value. Yeah. Maybe this was a good call, maybe it was a bad call. But this guy's in last place. He's leaking, right? So the way I see it, it's my teammate versus this guy who is getting full pushed into. I get a massive send into him. I just need to leak him. If I leak him, we win the game.
Let's go, boys. Ready to gallop.
There's no mole hermit, so maybe we wouldn't have died. The centaur into this is kind of dog water. I actually don't need to push anymore. Maybe we actually don't die. My teammate's doing excellent. That teammate did really good. We have the 4 eyes. They don't. We have like no attack king ups though, so we might die. And they are going to not die. And we lose. Nice.
Defeat.
Yeah, I guess I based that on that my teammate was going to leak his guy really nicely, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I guess he just doesn't have as much mythium as I thought. And I did really good there. I really did do good there. I mean, honestly, with what? Like 500 less value, I actually only leaked 2 extra creeps. So me actually suing there was a bad idea. I will agree. But man, I have to say, this redraw and chaos stuff is starting to break my heart. Because he got just every great unit. He got the Iron Maidens. He got the Hardened Mudmens. He got the APS. He got the Bunk. It's like, Urgh. And that is what forced me to sue. Is I just kept seeing him get more and more good units, and it backfired. It did backfire. It did backfire. So is that 2 games in a row I've had to send into chaos or redraw? Oh my god. This is nasty. But fun game. Just wish we hadn't taken that early king, you know? I wish we hadn't taken that early king. I should probably call out for my teammate, hey, care on 7. And then we made it a really long wave, which hurt. And we never really got those regens cooking. We just needed that little bit extra bit of king. And then they did have the regens, right? They did have the regens. I mean, that's really the difference when you think about it. They regen a substantial amount this game. Over 30%. we regen only about 15%, right? So if we had the regens that they had, we would have lived. And if they had the regens that we had, they would have died. So this was just game of regens, you know? And me suing. But hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.